Hello guys and welcome. So in this video I wanted to reflect on the last 4 years of being a YouTuber, what I've been through, what's happened and so on. Now I originally started my YouTube channel as a way of vlogging my gaming experience. So the reason why I wanted to do that is because when I played, before I was a YouTuber, I played Final Fantasy 11 and World of Warcraft and games like that for 10 years. And as a result, I've got a folder on my PC now which has got maybe 6,000 or more screenshots in it of different things that happened in those games. And I thought, now that YouTube, at the time, at least 4 years ago, was becoming more and more easily available for everyone, I thought, why not? Why not just make a video log of my way through the games rather than just taking screenshots all the time? So then my YouTube channel and this YouTube channel was born. Now, going forward, I didn't even know that I would get into crafting and whatever in Final Fantasy 14, for example. Like, the reason I ended up getting into it was just simply because I really enjoy that side of things, the sort of, you know, making money in the game, being more independent, not having to rely on other players, stuff like that. I love that, the sort of the self-sufficientness. But then from my experience of playing Final Fantasy 11, World of Warcraft all the years before, I did already have experience. I know a lot of people find that scary, or they would prefer to have the handheld, or at least be shown, you know, to be taken out to do the first step to get the ball rolling on content like crafting and money making and so on. So I thought, why not? Let's make these videos. Let's help as many people as we can, because it will help us, a lot of players in the game. It will vitalize the communities and the economies, because the more people craft, the more people will boost the market board and so on. So I feel mission accomplished in that sense. You know, I did help tens of thousands of players generate potentially billions and billions of gil. And I know it's billions because I've had individual players say to me that my tactics have made for them hundreds of millions each. So I am satisfied with accomplishing that mission. Now, since then, I have become, let's say, burnt out on Final Fantasy. Let's be perfectly honest. I played it 7,000 hours already. That's a lot of hours. That's nearly a year. You know what I mean? So I need something else creatively. I need to. That's why all I've been doing the last 1 or 2 years even is I'm playing loads of other games and so on, and I'm enjoying playing lots of other games. Like, games I'm looking forward to this month are Yakuza 6 and God of War, and I'm sort of keeping that ball rolling. Now, the unfortunate side effect of things like that is there are some people who signed up to this channel and subscribed originally just for the crafting side of Final Fantasy 14. So, and that's why I've been very sort of disappointed, because I would have thought that I've made a name for myself as a gamer, as experienced gamer, someone who can, you know, help people to enjoy games more, not as just the gil maker of 14 or the crafting guy of 14, because that is really disappointing. Basically, it's a case of, you know, I've got more than 25+ years of gaming experience that I do try and show and share with people in a collective way. And I do remember most of it as well. So I did make a spreadsheet, which I will link in the description, which was my every game I've ever played. I do remember nearly all of them, and what I thought of those games and so on. So if you want to check out that spreadsheet, you know, and if you've ever made a similar list, please let me know. I would love to see the lists of games you guys have played. And moving on since then, I was then trying to do the whole live streaming on Twitch. Now, originally, I tried to do the live streaming maybe within a year of starting being a YouTuber, but Twitch was a lot tougher back then to be partnered with. Like, it was very, very, very hard. Like, even though some of my live streams were getting 100, 200, 300 plus concurrents, I was still turned down for partnership 8 or 9 times. And at the time, there wasn't any clear route to partnership. They didn't say why. They just said, no, rejected, no, rejected. And I got annoyed. So I gave up. And around that time, that's when YouTube gaming was surfacing. So I didn't actually know it was going to become YouTube Gaming. All I read a headline saying that YouTube is going to be revamping its live streaming platform. So I was like, okay. So I made a video after I gave up on Twitch where I said that effectively YouTube, if you're watching, then I volunteer as tribute to test your new live streaming software. Now, by coincidence, there was a Google employee, a YouTube employee, who was watching my videos because they just happened to like Final Fantasy as well. So they saw my video and then they sent me an email. Now, originally, I thought that someone was just pulling my leg, that someone was just trying to make me feel better. But then I said, okay, if you can just email me and prove that you're a YouTube employee, then I'm happy to work with you. And then they did. They sent me an email from their @google.com email address. So I was like, oh, crap. So that's why I got into the YouTube gaming side, is because I had someone to get my foot through the door quickly. Like, I was one of the very first channels on YouTube gaming to get a sponsor button. And also, even though my channel is fairly small, to be perfectly honest, there's like 250,000 channels bigger than mine, I got also verified on YouTube. So getting the verified tick these days is very, very difficult. I think these days, like, it would be difficult to even ask for it if you have less than 100,000 subs. And, it's almost as difficult as trying to get the verified tick on Twitter if you're not a business entity. So I was very happy with that. And one thing I really liked about YouTube gaming at the time was that when you make your videos, the views stay on your channel. So you can see that I do have a lot of stream backups from when I was streaming on YouTube gaming. Now, there was something at the time that some of the YouTubers were doing called the PS4 trick. Now, the way that worked is that you would start a live stream from your PlayStation 4. You would then be able to see what the stream key is that's generated from the PlayStation Network on your YouTube channel. You would then be able to copy that stream key, put it into your live streaming software, and then all you would then do, you would kill the connection from your PlayStation, and take over the stream using your streaming software. So what that meant is you could stream straight to the PlayStation Network from your capture software. So you could have all the custom overlays, you could do everything the way it should be. Now that obviously doesn't work anymore, because now when you stream directly from PlayStation onto YouTube, it doesn't show you the stream key anymore. They've hidden that. And the reason why is because they're just worried that you're going to stream non-PlayStation games on the PlayStation Network. Because if you have a custom stream key, what's to stop you streaming Xbox games, PC games, which are not PlayStation games? So that's why that was killed. But while people were doing that, myself included, we saw phenomenal growth. Like, I personally, when I was playing Final Fantasy 15, I achieved at one point 2,500 plus concurrents, because I was streaming both to YouTube directly and to the PlayStation Network. And but that got sort of killed and so on. I did actually send an email to Sony, but PlayStation, I never got a reply, obviously, saying that why not offer that as a service? Like, even if they put terms and conditions to say that, can we please stream to PlayStation Network straight from our live streaming software so we can customize our interface more, or just give us more customization options. Because I think a lot of you have seen that the standard PlayStation streaming options, they're very, very limited. Like, you can put your camera on the screen, you see the view count and so on and the text, but you can't change the layout at all. Whereas it just looks a lot better when you can control it using OBS or XSplit or whatever. You can just customize it a hell of a lot more. But that's another issue. Like, maybe one day PlayStation will do that. Maybe they're saving that for the next generation. Maybe PlayStation 5, or who knows, will have loads of customization options for live streaming. Who knows? But generally, I was waiting for YouTube Gaming to do something substantial, because it started out strong. It's sort of like, oh wow, there's actually finally a real competitor on the market. Let's enjoy this, because as a website, YouTube is way, way bigger than Twitch. There's no competition. It's a lot bigger. But Twitch is focused on gaming, or it's supposed to be. Let's ignore the in real life section. Now, obviously Twitch reacted positively to the competition. So it got to a point where Twitch was releasing, it felt like, new features on a weekly basis, and they're always trying to innovate. They brought in extensions, raiding, they brought in new player announcements, chat replay, and so on. And and there are some features that they've always had which were better anyway, like, you know, they have better bots, they have better chat options, they have custom smileys and so on. Now YouTube has tried to copy a couple of those, so now YouTube has got the chat replay. You can put custom emojis depending on how many sponsors you have, sponsors being the paid sub like YouTube has. They've got super chat, so you can donate directly to the stream, same as bits. So they are trying to do that, but they're not innovating. You know, that's the reason I ended up going back to Twitch. Is Twitch is innovating new features like extensions, whatever, whereas YouTube seems to be just copying the best features from other platforms without creating anything themselves that's unique. Now, it's not to knock YouTube. Like, I know YouTube has got a million other things to worry about, because simply YouTube is not a game streaming platform. It's just one of the things they offer out of many, 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 whereas Twitch mostly can focus on the gaming. That's how Twitch was even born. That's how Justin TV was born, as a platform for gamers. So I went back to Twitch, and obviously now achieving partnership on Twitch is crystal clear. So now it says clear objectives, things to achieve, your route to partnership. It's literally called your road to partnership, and it will even mark exactly where you are into achieving partnership, which is wonderful. Now, the difference is there is good and bad for both sides. In my opinion, one of the bad things is that Twitch makes you sign exclusivity. It's not a permanent exclusivity, so it's not a case of if you're a Twitch partner, you can't stream anywhere else ever. It's a case of you can't stream anywhere at the same time as Twitch. So if you're on Twitch, you can't stream anywhere else while you're streaming on Twitch, and also up to 24 hours after the end of that live stream. But if you do your scheduling properly, there's literally nothing to stop you, for example, streaming on other platforms, say Monday to Thursday, and then streaming on Twitch like on Saturday or something. As long as there's, or even, yeah, you could do Monday to Friday on other platforms, and then Twitch on like Saturday, and then take Sunday off. Something like that, you know. As long as it's a day off after Twitch, and you're not streaming at the same time, then you can get around the exclusivity. But I personally feel, it's just my opinion, I feel the exclusivity can hurt content creators who have multiple channels like mine. So I've got Twitch and YouTube. I don't want to sacrifice either one. I'm not going to sacrifice YouTube for Twitch. I'm not going to sacrifice Twitch for YouTube. I am both. So, and I'm proud that I am both a verified YouTuber and a Twitch partner. So I am very proud of that, especially because I do this for a hobby. I don't do it for, it's not my income or anything like that. So, like, moving on from that, where I am right now, like, so this is now obviously the 4th year being a YouTuber. It's a case of I am trying to make content always that I enjoy making, you know, so that's why I'm changing the content up. I'm changing the games I'm playing, I'm changing how I'm doing it, the topics I'm focusing on, and so on. I'm always trying to find new ways to deliver content to you guys, and you guys have been very supportive, mostly towards what I'm doing. Now, there has been a little bit of drama along the way. There has been haters, there has been people trying to drag me down or kick me when I'm down, but I always say F you and I just move on, and I will keep always saying F you and moving on. I'm not going to change that because it works. You know, it's a case of I'm achieving what I want to achieve with this platform and everything I'm doing online, and I'm very proud of what I've achieved online, especially with the number of wonderful comments I've received from so many people, and also the amount of personal emails I've received. I've received so many emails from people going through so many different types of issues, and I'm glad that I've been able to provide a platform for people to express themselves, even though my site is not that big, you know, compared to other streamers. But at least with these sort of the influence I have, I am able to support people, help people, make people's lives better, because that's a lot of what that's the reason I continue to do this. You know, that's the reason I am motivated to keep making videos, keep doing live streams, and so on. Now, the thing that has slowed me down a lot the last 4 years is technical issues. So, you know, so technical issues come and go all the time, and that's just, I think that's part of any person trying to be a streamer. I'm sure any other streamers or YouTubers watching will be able to say that, yeah, there's always technical issues happening, which can interrupt what you want to do. Like, you have a plan to make this video, and then this goes wrong, your internet breaks, your microphone breaks, something happens all the time. That's just technology these days. But I always try to focus on fixing it and then moving on and making more content. And other than that, guys, like, I love doing this. You know, I love expressing myself. I love having a place to share my content. And, you know, I'm happy as well that I'm able to... it is basically the most satisfying hobby I've ever had in my life, is to be able to do this. I found my voice on YouTube. I found as well, even just general speaking, that it's definitely improved since I've been a YouTuber. My reading skills they haven't improved, let's be perfectly honest. My reading is terrible, but my speaking skills have definitely improved. And when I say speaking, I mean just how I express myself, you know, how I share my experience with my life and so on. Because my videos will hopefully, assuming Google does, my videos will live a lot longer than me. So if someone is watching this video, say 200 years from now, hello, how you doing? Hope you're well. I hope the world is better than it is right now. Maybe look in the history books of what the world was like in 2018. But yeah. So I will keep doing this as long as I can. I will keep enjoying myself as long as I can. And if you guys have any suggestions, any feedback or anything, I always welcome constructive feedback. You know, I'm not looking for praise. I want you guys to understand that. So, like, some people might interpret my words as like, oh, he only wants, like, positive feedback. He only wants approval. He doesn't want anything else. And I said, no, I'm happy to receive constructive feedback. I just won't take negative feedback. So the difference is, constructive feedback are things like, oh, did you know that there was a spider climbing up and down your door the whole time? I was like, really? Whoops. Or something like, oh, the audio is not syncing up or all to your video. Like, can you fix it? It's like, yeah, sure. That is constructive feedback. And it's also constructive feedback to say, oh, like, you know, maybe you could have tried saying it this way rather than that way. It could have had a greater impact on your viewers. Negative feedback is simply like, you suck, man. You're not making crafting videos. Unsub. You know, you're a whining channel now. All you do is cry and complain. It's like, stop begging for money. You know, I'm a keyboard warrior. All I do is type and judge people, and I'm better than everyone else. You know, that is the negative side. And that's why, like, because someone literally posted a comment on one of my videos maybe yesterday or the day before saying that please ban me. So I was like, okay, ban. That's it, because I don't actually know where the unban button is. So if you get banned on my channel, you stay banned forever. As simple as that. I'm not going to look to unban people. I'm not that sort of person. You know, if you give me a reason, because the way I'd go through life, guys, I give everyone the benefit of the doubt when I first meet them. I instantly give people my trust. I give people everything until you give me a reason not to give it to you anymore. Until you like go against my trust. And once you lose my trust, you will never, ever get it back, ever again. So it's not like a 3 strikes and you're out deal. It's like a 1 strike and you're out deal. Because I don't have time. You know, it's as simple as that. Like, life is so short that I don't need people in my life who are just going to constantly, like, disappoint me. I've got enough of that, like, with relatives and family members as well. No offense. So, yeah, like, so I don't need that around me. So that's why I'm always trying to look for positive and constructive people. You know, I want to move towards that side of things and just avoid the negativity, you know. And I will keep doing this, guys, as I said, as long as I can. So if you like these videos, you like my content, like I said before, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please let me know in the comments down below what made you come to my channel. Like, why did you originally subscribe? I think for most people, the story I hear the most often is simply they came for my crafting videos, but they stayed for the Mithrie, let's say. So, and I do appreciate that. But there are some people who came for other games. You know, some people came for because of Zelda. Some people came because of Assassin's Creed. You know, it's like, so let me know what you did and how you discovered my channel, and also what made you stay. You know, that's why I'm really interested in that. You know, I like hearing that sort of stuff. And yeah, and also as well, guys, if any of you are interested in becoming a YouTuber or whatever, I know it's a lot more difficult now to achieve partnership. Like, you need 1,000 subscribers. One thing I've been thinking about doing is making another how to be a YouTuber guide, because I made one like ages ago. Like, you can find a video on my channel called Starting a YouTube Gaming Channel, and I even spoke about encoding and partnership and monetization and so on. But that's because there wasn't really any requirement for partnership back then. So one thing I think of doing is making a new guide where I start a new channel and see if I can get to 1,000 subs to achieve partnership, and everything I did to achieve it. So would you guys be interested in a series like that? Would you want me to try that out to see if I can start another channel and get it to 1,000 subs? Let me know again in those comments down below. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. And as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from my shiny head. Bye, guys.